Yo, GR Max. GR Max, what's up, bro? How you doing today? We are ready for One Piece 1080. We're ready. It's been a while, but we are here, and I can't wait. So, let me just tell you, want to ask you something. What's up, bro? I have not yet had a chance to read this chapter, and I've been spoiled on the fact that Garp is in it, but that's about it. I know that it's about Garp, and I know that there is a lot of hype surrounding Garp in this chapter. So I can assume he fights. Even now, I pulled up the chapter on Viz, and it's titled "The Hero of Legend." So I'm assuming it's about Garp. But this week I don't want to waste any time. I've been dying to read this chapter for so long now. I'm just gonna jump right into it, guys, because it's Garp. Last chapter we got Shanks, and this chapter we're getting Garp hype. I can only assume he's gonna be fighting Blackbeard. So here we go. And we're gonna be reading it on Viz translation, because why not? I've already waited so long. It's already out. So we have chapter 1080, The Hero of Legend. Reader request: Kawamatsu and Hiyori enjoying origami by Oi Akimine. I don't even want to see these Wano characters anymore. Get these Wano characters out of my face forever. Here we go. Pirate Island, full of lead, new world. Oh, full of lead. Okay, I would have thought Blackbeard would still be in Winter Island fighting Law, or he would have been on that ship that was going to Egghead, like I originally thought. But he's already back home. So what did this nigga do with Law then? Hold on, GR Max. We'll see. Let's read the chapter right now, and we'll get into it. What did Blackbeard do with Law if he's already chilling back home? Pirate Island, full of lead, new world. Captain Kobe's escaped. What? Really? Yahoo! If he escapes, he's not the Commodore's anymore, is he? How much for killing him? We don't gotta put any money on him. The Cross Guild will pay for it. Oh, because he's a Marine. Oh, he does have a bounty. I've got my money on him winning straight up. The payout's huge. How much for killing him? A 5-star bounty. That's worth 5 treasure chests. Roughly 500 million berries. What did I say in my video? Did I not say 550 million? I said 550 million. And he has 500. Did I say? Yeah, 550 million. I was off by 50 million. I was off by 50 million. Hold on, let's keep reading. A 5-star bounty. That's worth 5 treasure chests, roughly 500 million berries. Normally, Navy captains are only 1 star. Why does he look so weird in this poster, though? Why does he have a scar on his face? Oh, yeah, he's always had that scar. Something's tickling around my left pec. That's where the slaves heading to Meow Reket are stored. That's where the slaves heading to Meow Reket are stored. What the hell does that even mean? We got a breakout on our hands. Ooh, can we hunt them too, Pizarro? Oh, Valor Pizarro's here. Don't even think a meow it. Keep your greedy fingers to yourself. Just bring him back and don't kill Kobe. Or I'll tell Teach about this. Why is the Rock talking? Huff, he's already on to us. We have to hurry. Now we have Kobe being treated like a slave. Navy headquarters captain, Sword, Kobe. But not captain of Sword. Just Navy headquarters captain, and then a member of Sword. Because Drake was a captain of Sword. Whoa, let me zoom in. I'm seeing a lot of stuff over here. Thank you, Captain Kobe. You could have escaped on your own, but you saved us too. I'll be a decoy. Stay on the move and get to safety. Huff, thank you. Take out Kobe. He's a true saint, so he's freeing all these other people on full of lead. And we have Shiryu. We haven't seen Shiryu in forever. We got Shiryu and we got Pizarro. I don't think we've seen Shiryu since the Moria stuff, right? Which was probably I think that was after Wano Act 1. You could have just grabbed them yourself, Pizarro. Shiryu of the Rain, clear fruit, invisible man. Alvaro Pizarro, the corrupt king. Isle fruit, island man. Oh, he's kind of like Pika's fruit. His head is coming out of the floor, the floor of the ship, I guess. And earlier he was the rock itself. So he basically has Pika's fruit, except instead of just stone, it's everything. I'd rather not have Teach up in my ear about it later. I'll only bust up the joint. Can I go then? That's Vasco shot. Blup blup. Vasco shot. What are you gonna do, huh? I want to understand how Pizarro's fruit works. Okay, let's see what his fruit is. They won't be able to escape if we burn the town down, huh? Vasco shot. Heavy drinker. Glug glug fruit. Booze man. What are you gonna do with a booze devil fruit? I bet Lafitte will have the illusion fruit now. The bird fruit. Who knows? But I think Lafitte might be the one heading to Egghead, because we're seeing all these guys now. And we're not seeing Lafitte, and Lafitte's one of the main members of the stable. Hey, don't you dare! No fire is going out of control. Teacher will be furious. Blup blup blup. And then they've only just finished repairing Rocky Port. Hey, it's better than leaving it up to Wolf, huh? And he just constantly is drinking. And then, we have San Juan Wolf. Yep, San Juan Wolf, the great battleship. Huge fruit, gigantification, man. So he ate a devil fruit to get that big. That's interesting. I would have thought this guy was just that big the whole time. San Juan Wolf, the great battleship. Huge fruit, gigantification, man. Don't even mention him. And then we have Kobe is flying away from the pirates, or jumping away from them. They're shooting at him. I found him. Damn it, I don't think I can shake them. I just have to keep them distracted until everyone else can escape to sea. Huff, Kobe the hero. Let me tell you. And here we go. Oh, look who's behind him. Look who's behind our boy. Oh, this is a flashback. There's a flashback. I love the Zihaha just underneath the Jolly Roger. Perfect. I know it's just him saying it, but it fits so perfectly like that. It should be on his Jolly Roger. So Kobe thinks of a flashback. Let me tell you, Kobe. I got a plan to turn Pirate Island here into its own country. One that's a member of the world government. And we got Blackbeard sitting on his couch. Kobe in shackles in front of him. And then I would say probably his two best men aside from Shiryu. Van Ogre and Kuzan standing behind him. So obviously Pudding is here because those are the two that invaded Whole Cake. I'll be the king. Blackbeard Kingdom. How does that sound? Zihahaha. Don't be ridiculous. You know that will never fly. A country of criminals? So Kobe's talking back to him. Look at that. Look at his face. Look at Blackbeard's face. This guy is drunk with power. Now don't go trampling on a man's dream. Besides, I'm using your life as a bargaining chip. If the government and Navy give in to terrorist acts like these, then all hope is truly lost. Kobe saying that. Anyway, it's not going to work. I'm a member of SWORD. Why did they show Kuzan, of all people, right after he said that? And Kuzan looks confused. Now he's playing us. I know a lot of people think Garp is the leader of SWORD, especially because Garp trained Kobe, and this chapter I already know it's going to be about Garp. I still think it's Kuzan. And I think Kuzan's playing us right now. Yo, Burrow, what's up, bro? How you doing? Hope you guys are having a good long weekend, by the way. Enjoying the holidays. I know I'm reading the chapter late, but better late than never, right? Whenever you can get it. Anyway, it's not going to work. I'm a member of SWORD, and Kuzan looks surprised. I'm not buying it. SWORD, that's supposed to mean something? Why does Blackbeard look different? His eyes look different. Ah, he's right. It won't work. Give up on the deal, Teach. What it means is he's Navy, but he ain't Navy. He's turned in his Marine code. What are you talking about? Most people don't even know about sword. The average Marine doesn't even know about sword. That's the whole purpose of it. It's undercover. They don't know that Kobe's doing some stuff on the side. Okay, let's see Kuzan explain it. Think of sword as sailors who have already submitted their resignations. It means they can choose to fight the 4 emperors if they want without needing permission from above. They can also ignore any and all orders they choose. They are wild card commandos. This just sounds like Garp. This literally just sounds like he's explaining Garp's entire career. In exchange, the Navy assumes no responsibility for their actions and can cut them loose at any moment. Is it really Garp then? Is Garp the leader of Sword? Aokiji is planning something just like X-Drake. He's also planning to do something. Aokiji is definitely plotting. Tell me, can Big Mom crew beat Blackbeard crew? Yeah, I would say so. I would say the Big Mom Pirates with Big Mom can beat the Blackbeard Pirates. Obviously, if they fought, they wouldn't because of plot. I'm just talking in terms of power scaling. I would think so. Oh, but then you have Kuzan. Never mind. If you include Kuzan, then no. Because Kuzan is arguably stronger than Blackbeard. Who knows? In exchange, the Navy assumes no responsibility for their actions and can cut them loose at any moment. I see what you're saying. So that explains the folks who came charging straight for us. Unlike the usual mopes who sit around waiting for clearance. Zihahaha, I like your style, but I'm not changing plans. I'll take this tactic as far as it will go. Okay, that's looking more like Blackbeard. Can the Navy really afford to abandon you to the cruel winds of fate when you're known as a hero far and wide? You're about to see the real hero. Blackbeard. I'll put the question to the world and the damage it will do to the government. I'll put the question to the world, and the damage it'll do to the government will be deep indeed. Keep him in chains until then. This will be fun, and don't let him escape. Yes, sir. And now we go back to regular times. Clank, clank. Oh, that's Kobe. Get back here, Kobe. Perona? What? Perona? Isn't she with Mihawk? But then Mihawk left for Cross Guild and we didn't know what she did. But how is she with Blackbeard? Hey you, I'll help bust you out as long as you free Moria from the cell in the back. Yeah, she came from Moria. I had to team up with a pirate, but I'm out of better options right now. There are 3 Navy sailors in the port. Huh? Navy? That can't be right. Watch out, they're tough. Maybe someone came to rescue me. No, don't hope. It's arrogant. I'm ashamed of myself. Kobe's such a good character, man. He's such a good character. John Phillips, what's going on, brother? What's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. We're reading 1080. We're a little bit late. Well, more than a little bit, but at least I get to read the official translation. So for the first time, I think maybe ever, I'm reading a Viz translation on my first read of a chapter. You reading the OP Scans version? No, I'm reading Viz. Official. Imagine if Fujitora saw Law because of their teaming in Dress. Imagine if Fujitora saved Law because of their teaming in Dressrosa. I don't think Fujitora would save any pirate. He just wouldn't. He wouldn't save a pirate. Wait. Did I just skip a page? Okay, I just skipped a bunch by accident. Page 8 and 9, page 10 and 11. Okay, here we go. There's a lot so far in this chapter. A lot of material. Who are they? Why are they so strong? They're heading right for the middle of the town, and these are Marines? Stop them, huh? The bullets don't work. So Marines are invading, unknown Marines. Why does that look like one of Sanji's brothers, but with a sword? I've had enough out of you. Haha, off with his head. Cuts his head off. It comes right back up, like almost like Caribou's devil fruit. What? Logia? He looks just like Clay. Oh, okay, the clay fruit. Someone's getting a call. Is it just me, or did that building move? Oh, the building moved. Oh, it's probably Van Ogre then. But haha, how much have you drunk? You're seeing things. Which way did Kobe go? There's so much going on in this chapter. Go on, behave yourself. Keep moving. There's a weird lady here. Who is that? Come on, act lively. Wipe that pathetic look off your face. She's whipping the building. What? Why are you staring at me? Huh? She's in the Navy? What's the matter? Never seen a Navy woman before? Come closer, you sweet young things. Navy Headquarters Rear Admiral Sword Kujaku. And her sword is a whip. Granddaughter of Suru, the great advisor, whip fruit, disciplined woman. So she can turn anything into a whip? I'll whip you into shape. The granddaughter of Suru. We've got you surrounded now, Kobe. Open fire, everyone. Shoot all at the same time. No, I'm blocked in. I guess this is it for me. No, aren't the Marines right there? I don't understand. What's going on? Kobe is surrounded by a bunch of pirates. But at this exact same time, the Marines look like they're invading the same place. Oh, nice. Haven't read the official one yet. Yeah, I'm reading the official one because I'm reading it already came out this morning, right? So if I already waited all that time anyways to finally get home so I can read it, I may as well read the official. But I've never waited this long to read a One Piece chapter before. What if Law just drawn to death? Clay fruit versus... Okay, I don't want to read any predictions until I'm done the chapter. We've got you surrounded now. I'm blocked in. Huff. I guess this is it for me. Is he gonna come? Is he gonna come? Is this it? Nah. Who? Oh man, is Oda gonna do this again? Where he introduces like 50 different characters, takes up a whole chapter doing it? Like, I'm sorry, I don't care about these characters. I don't, and the reason I don't care is because I know they're not gonna matter at any point in time, or any of these characters going to actually matter. Fire, and then they're all shooting, and then flowers coming out of their guns. Aw, it's so pretty. Pretty stupid. What is this? Why are there flowers in my gun? They are GP flowers. But who did it? Listen, don't take this the wrong way. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care about these new characters. Show me one or two of them. Don't show me 10 of them and take up a whole chapter introducing these characters that aren't going to matter. Hibari we've already met. She was the one with Helmeppo, which means Helmeppo and Garp are here. Hibari, what are you doing here? Captain Kobe over here. Listen, don't take this the wrong way, but if you're hungry, I packed a lunch for you. I shot them with the flower rounds. They can't use their weapons. Navy Headquarters, Lieutenant Commander, Sword, Hibari. So we have Lieutenant Commanders, we got Rear Admirals, we got Captain Kobe. Okay, these people we've already met in the beginning of Egghead. How's it coming, Prince? Perfect timing. I just finished up, and Kobe's fine. How about it? So I guess Garp took all these people when he visited the island that was near Egghead. I forget if they even gave us a name for it. How about you, Gollum? Navy Headquarters Rear Admiral, Sword, Prince Gruss, Glorp Fruit, Clayman. Oh, so those clay soldiers were his. He was creating them. So he's got a Logia. I like this guy's design though. It gives me a mixture of Doflamingo and Corazon. He's got like the swag of Doflamingo with like the shoes, the jacket, and then he's got like the demeanor of Doflamingo with like the pose and everything. But then he's got like the hair of Corazon. He kind of looks like Corazon, and he's obviously with the Marines. How about you? We're all set. Hey, Was this square always so cramped? Did the buildings move in? Bring her down right in the middle. So they're going to send it crashing down. We're ready to go. Hang on tight. There he is. Wait, Tashigi is here too. I didn't even book that. Tashigi's here. We're ready to go. Helmeppo. Hang on tight. And then there he is, laughing with a classic Monkey D smirk on his face, just like we always see from Luffy. And then Garp's ship comes flying in. Charge. Yo. I'm not even ready to turn this page. Just look at his face. He's not even gonna say a word. He's just gonna start knocking everyone down. Monair Cabby, what's up, bro? How you doing? W video, W stream. Gruss does give off Dofi vibes. He does. He definitely does. At least to me. I mean, Pirates better. I really don't care about Marines. We'll see. We'll see if you can be a mod GR Max. But I don't want to just throw out mods just like that. Wait. Am I almost done the chapter? No, I still got a lot left. Okay, Garp comes flying in. Huh? What? Kobe, a battleship? It's funny because Kobe's face looking at the ship flying from the air, it's not exactly, but it reminds me of Garp's face when Luffy was flying down from the air in Marineford. What an entrance. Don't tell me that's him standing on the nose of the dog. Like an absolute G. A Navy battleship is coming out of the sky towards us. Why? What does it mean? Who's on board? Just run for it. I can't. It's too crowded. How did they move everything into the square? They didn't explain that yet. At least I don't think so. Look at the prow. No way. I thought he retired. It's the hero of legend. There he is. Garp is here. Vice Admiral Garp. Oh, I thought Shiryu was saying that. Run for your lives. Get off the island. But there's no exit from the square. And we got Shiryu. We got Vasco Shot. Dumbass is smiling. Like this, he's probably... Okay, since Vasco Shot is smiling, I think Garp's introduction, his combat introduction, is going to be one-shotting Vasco Shot. Because he has to, before he even clashes with Blackbeard, he has to do something big, right? To like kind of like remember when Naruto one-shotted the first Pain that charged, before he actually fought Pain. He's probably gonna do something like that with Vasco Shot and some of the other, I don't want to say fodder, but some of the other weaker Blackbeard pirates. Probably next page he's gonna one-shot him. Wait. Advanced Conquers Hockey. Advanced Conquers Hockey. Let's go. We all knew he had it, but to see it, he's flying off the nose, fist up. Advanced Conquers Hockey flying everywhere. Last chapter, we get to see Shanks flying into Kid, sword in hand. Advanced Conquers Hockey everywhere. This chapter, we get to see Garp flying in. Advanced Conquers Hockey everywhere. Pirates. Vice Admiral Garp. Hey, pirates. Vice Admiral Garp. He's laughing. Do you have any idea who you've taken prisoner? Kobe is the future of the Navy. What's more, why did he do this for me? What are you talking about? He trained you. Why would he spend years training you if he's not even going to come save you? What's more, he's my protege. Look at this picture of Garp. This might be... What the hell is this? Galaxy Impact. No! To be continued. No! I thought we were going to see him fight Blackbeard. So he has Advanced Conquers Hockey. Of course. But what a way to introduce it. Hey, pirates. Do you have any idea who you've taken prisoner? Kobe is the future of the Navy. What's more, he's my protege. I don't know why I have a hard time pronouncing that word. But this picture of Garp, this image of Garp right here, is so badass. Galaxy Impact destroys the entire square that everyone was on, all the buildings there. Look at this is like a nuclear bomb. There's a whole shockwave. And this is just hockey. You look at how much hockey. I don't even know if you've seen this much hockey from Shanks. Seriously. I think the most hockey we've seen, the most streaks was 1055, whichever one was the one where he scared away Green Bull. This might be even more. I don't know. Like, look at all the streaks here. Seems like the attack itself was just hockey. And then like this massive nuclear bomb from his fist. Look at how, okay, so we know that Advanced Conquerors Hockey leaves a distance between the point of contact and the actual point of impact. But look at this. He's not even close to the ground. So I don't know if that's just a gap from his Advanced Conquerors Hockey, which would mean his Advanced Conquerors Hockey is that good, that he's that far away, or if this is like some kind of actual bomb he's sending down. Because you can see like the circular shape. I don't know if that's just like the impact after if that's just like the after the impact that's exploding back up, or if that's like some kind of bomb or something he created. Let me see if there's another page. No, there's no other page. So 1079, we see Shanks' first real move and his first named attack in the series. And 1080, we see Garp's first named attack in the series. Two of my top 5 favorite characters in the whole series that we haven't seen serious at all, ever. We're now seeing. We really are towards the end of One Piece, man. Almighty Lambo, what's up? Garp season. Garp is him. Garp is definitely him. Look at the range on that hockey. That's what I'm saying, John. That's what I'm saying. We haven't seen. You know what? Now there's gonna be debates on who has better hockey, Shanks or Garp. And you can't even say Armin hockey because this is Conqueror's hockey. I'm still with Shanks. I think Shanks has the best hockey we've ever seen and will ever see until Luffy surpasses it. But I would not have expected this level of hockey from Garp. I think if there's anything to take away from this, if there's anything Oda wants us to take away, it's we all underestimated Garp's hockey, or at least his Conqueror's hockey. Like this is insane. If that's truly just the range and nothing more, and it's truly just a punch that he did, then I don't know. This guy might have top 1 hockey. Real hockey man right there. No. We all know who hockey man is. Let's not get carried away and disrespect our boy now. It's Garp's moment. It's Garp's season. Let's give it to him. But there's only one hockey man. Almighty Lambo. There's only one hockey man. Don't forget it. Look up the chapter on OP scans. You don't have to read it in depth, but just skim through it. Trust me. Is it different on OP scans? Did I miss something on Viz or something? Oh, let me look at the colored. Wait, should I look at? I'll look at the original because I think there's something you want me to see, and then I'll look at the colored. Galaxy Impact is bigger than Kamsari. It looks like it, to be honest. At least in terms of destructive. No. You know what? No, because the reason I say no is because unless we see a bunch of Blackbeard pirates or strong marines or some strong fighters foaming at the mouth next chapter, just off of like the runoff of Garp's hockey, then no. Shanks is still superior. And Shanks' was more of an attack specifically directed at one person to do as much damage to one person. Garp's is like a destructive attack. He just wants to destroy as big of a space as possible and make a grand impact. So I think Shanks' is more deadly if it's hit on one person. Garp's is more deadly if it's hit on multiple people. That's what it seems like to me. But who knows? Feels like King Punch from Hell Zabo, but way better. Yeah. It does, honestly. It does. And you can tell this is a casual attack from Garp, too. He's laughing the whole time. Look at him. Look at his face here where he says, "Do you have any idea who you've taken prisoner?" He's just having a good time. Even when he comes in and we see that smirk, and his like the first picture we see of Garp reminds me so much of Luffy, man. Time to buy some dragon stocks, bro. You should have bought them dragon stocks years ago. Dragon and Shanks are the absolute gods among men today. I'm telling you, it's number one Shanks, number two Dragon. Ringo Spin. Dragon was on fraud watch, but now it's definitely time to invest. Well, think about this. Gear 5 Luffy, we know how strong he is. Now we're seeing Galaxy Impact from Garp, and this is an old Garp. Keep in mind. Keep in mind. And you know what's funny? Marineford is like the most interesting topic of power scaling because people will come up with the craziest, shittiest takes just because of Marineford. But people actually thought Garp and Sengoku. Keep in mind they were younger at the time. Although it was 2 years, they were younger, so they were probably in better, and they were not retired. So Garp and Sengoku, 2 years younger and in active duty, could not take on Blackbeard, who had just eaten the Yami a couple months ago and just ate the Gorgoro like 5 minutes ago. When Garp now retired and chilling, 2 years older, is going to fight a full prime Blackbeard with 2 years to work on both Devil Fruits. And I actually think it's going to be like a 50-50 fight. I think Garp is going to have the upper hand. I really do. Because he ran from Rayleigh. Garp could legitimately be stronger than Blackbeard right now. It's just plot is why people have Blackbeard above Garp. But think about that. People actually thought Garp and Sengoku versus Blackbeard 2v1 at that time was a fight. I think now Garp and Sengoku destroy Blackbeard. Garp laughing before he attacked was low-key my favorite. This man really is a Luffy if he went Marine route. Exactly. He shows us Luffy if he went the Marine route. Prime Garp is bigger than Shanks. I would have agreed with that statement for most of the time I was reading One Piece until very recently. I really do think Shanks is the strongest in the story, but I know it's not a popular take, so I don't expect everyone. Okay, let me skim through this OP scans. Is there anything specific that I'm looking for? Or just skim through the whole chapter? Okay. Oh, it's already in color. Hachinosu, the Pirate Island. Captain Kobe has escaped? Really? Yeah, even if he has, blah, blah, blah. 5-star. This guy looks like Blackbeard. The guy that's looking at Kobe's bounty in the beginning. Oh, whoa. Blackbeard and Kid? What? Is that Blackbeard and Kid? Okay, I noticed when I was reading the first time that the guy looked like Blackbeard, but I didn't really look into it. Because it's smaller here. It's a smaller... I didn't zoom in. Guys, am I tripping? Or is that Blackbeard and Kid? Where they're looking at Kobe's bounty. Hey, this guy's a lottery pick. The reward is huge. How much for the kill? That's Blackbeard and Kid. I am so confused. I guess that's what you wanted me to spot. Look at like the page, the first page. So first we see the island, right? Hachinosu. And then we see a bunch of pirates shooting into the sky and celebrating. Right underneath that, the guys that are looking at Kobe's bounty. And I'm looking at the colored page, the colored chapter. So Kid's hair is red, and it's much more clear to see. I gotta be tripping. There's no way Oda just drew Blackbeard and Kid as a joke in the middle of a chapter, like Panda Man. But is that what you wanted me to see? I think that the Blackbeard/Kid duo is just a result of really weird character designing, to be honest. I wanted you to skim because it's colored and the Galaxy Impact is crazy. Oh, okay. No. You guys have got to look at the colored. Go to OP scans and look at the colored. It's unless they change some futures. Because let me look at the Viz again. The Viz one, the guy, like, you can pass that guy off for not being Kid, for sure. I'll be honest. I only thought it was Kid when I saw the pinkish red hair in the colored OP scans version. But even when I was skimming through this chapter, at first I was like, yo, that guy looks a lot like Blackbeard. He looks a lot like Blackbeard. Anyways, let me see the Galaxy Impact. GR Max, no, you're not gonna be a mod asking every 2 minutes, bro. That's not how it works. It's already like no, you can't be a mod. Sorry, man. I'm looking at it. I think it's just a mistake in coloring. It might just be a mistake in coloring. Okay, let me skim through it. Yeah, the coloring's all over the place. Even like Shiryu. Shiryu looks so weird. He's like, there's so much gold all around his character. Yeah, the coloring the coloring throws it off for me. It really throws it off. It doesn't feel like what I was reading. This is not like the color I picture when I read it in the manga. There's too much color here. Interesting that Kuzan knows sword and is explaining it to Blackbeard. And he's explaining it in a way that makes it seem like every Marine knows what sword is. But when sword was introduced, it seemed like no one knew what sword was unless you were in sword. Not even like a fleet admiral would know. Anyways, I'm just skimming through the chapter real quick. I just want to see everything. I know you want me to see Galaxy Impact, but I just want to see everything. Garp flying in like a G. I like the red in his eyes in the colored version when we first see him. It's Vice Admiral Garp. Okay, this looks really good colored. The page where you see the ship flying in. And you can very clearly make out, yes, that's Garp standing at the nose of the helm. The dog's nose. Do you even realize you've abducted? Hey, you lousy pirates. Do you even realize who you've abducted? Kobe is the future of the Navy. Not only that, he's my beloved pupil. Oh, this one's even better. Oh my god. This one's even better. Even though I'll admit they added way more than what's actually in the manga. Like the blue one, they added so many more streaks. It almost looks like Whitebeard's fruit. But I have to admit, it looks sick. It looks sick. They both do. The pink one and the blue one. Galaxy Impact. Oh my god, please tell me. Please, God, tell me. Oda is not going to blue ball us, and he's going to continue this next chapter. He didn't blue ball us with Kid versus Shanks. He didn't blue ball us with Law versus Blackbeard. He gave us enough for both of those fights, rather than what he would have given us post-time skip. Please, please let us see Garp clash with Blackbeard, because I want to see if Blackbeard has Haki. Because if Blackbeard doesn't have Haki, that boy is about to get exposed huge against Garp. He's about to get exposed big time if he doesn't have Haki. His first clash is going to have to involve Haki. Because I think Garp is just going to... I'm telling you guys, I think if they show us the fight between Garp and Blackbeard, even though I have Blackbeard above Garp in my top 30, I think Garp is going to whoop his ass. Because Garp and Shanks are probably the worst opponents for Blackbeard. Because you know they're Haki monsters. And they're going to bypass everything he does. And he relies not even just their Haki that's going to bypass his Devil Fruits. Because Haki is a counter to Devil Fruits. And he's Devil Fruit reliant. But his defense is him being able to counter other people's Devil Fruits with his Devil Fruit. And both these guys don't have Devil Fruits. And they're probably the two strongest characters without Devil Fruits. Hell, at this point, I'm about to put old Garp over Mihawk. I'm about to put old Garp over Mihawk. Not really, but no. Don't take that too seriously. But who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? Garp might be top 10 alive. He might be top 5 alive. We don't know. We're literally just assuming that because he's old, like we all think Prime Garp is top 5, top 4, arguably top 3 of all time. But then we all just assume because we've never seen him fight and he's old now that he's out of the top 10. And guys like Kuzan, are not doing this, bro. I don't know how you guys fooled me into putting Admirals above this guy, even if barely, just because he's old. No. I had him above the Admirals in Marineford pre-time skip. In Marineford, I said he's the strongest person on the island aside from Whitebeard and Shanks. I think it was Shanks, Whitebeard, and then Garp. Those were the strongest 3 guys in Marineford. So Garp was the strongest person allied with the Marines. Whether a Warlord or a Marine, Mihawk, Admiral, Sengoku, Garp was the strongest in my opinion. There's a reason Sengoku saved him and Garp for last and literally had them as last resorts. And towards the very end, was even like folding up his sleeves and was like, it looks like even we are gonna have to participate in this war. And that was after Admirals were already on the battlefield bleeding. And even just like the stuff with Marco being able to get past all 3 Admirals, and then they show the reactions of the 3 Admirals not being able, watching him go up to Ace and not being able to do anything. And then Garp just casually one-shots and gives him the only permanent damage that he took in that war, that he actually had wrapped around after the war was over. Even Kizaru's shot healed immediately. But Garp's punch was the only thing he still had to deal with after the war. Let me read some of these. They definitely look similar in color. Yeah, they do. Missing Lafitte's fruit, I'm going with the mythical zone of sirens from Greek mythology. I don't know what that is, Ringo. Mythical zone of sirens. Hello from Australia. Siyuch3L4. What is up? Hello, and welcome to the stream. Monkey D Luffy 24. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. We just finished reading 1080. We got people all the way from Australia watching. That's crazy. That is crazy. So thank you for being here, Such. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. Jojo got perfect examples of coloring done right. There's so many open politeness. There's so many open plottiness in OP right now. Oda can go anywhere next chapter. Bro, that's why I love Egghead. I love Egghead separately for being Egghead. But then this is really the first time that we're seeing an arc show us post-arc stuff in the middle of the arc, aside from Reverie. But Reverie was like 4 or 5 chapters, so you can't really count it. But we're so programmed to finishing a big arc, getting 5 or 6 chapters of stuff like Shanks and Kid, Blackbeard and Log, Garp and Blackbeard, and then cutting to the actual arc that we're in, and then maybe once or twice get small glimpses in the middle of the arc of stuff like this. So I'm so programmed to that even though Oda has made it clear as day now that no, we're constantly going to be cutting back and forth, I still continue to think every time we jump back to Egghead that we're going to stay there now until the end of the arc. Even the beginning of 1079, last chapter, after everything we got and we get back to 1079 and we start the chapter off by seeing the people on Egghead. If it wasn't for knowing that the chapter was called The Red-Haired Emperor, I would have thought we were staying there. That was it. And then when we finished 1079 and we go on break, I'll be honest with you guys, I thought we were going to come back and finish Egghead, finish the arc. No matter how much Oda keeps doing this, that programming is in me, man, from years and years of Oda's previous writing style. He keeps surprising me. Even after the last chapter, this is still surprising to me. But now I'm like, he can't leave us on this. He can't. He can't blue balls like that. He has to continue this now. He absolutely has to continue this. Even if we do jump to Egghead for a little bit, please don't off-screen everything of Garp and Blackbeard. Please, because we haven't seen Garp fight. Bro, you reading it now? Yeah. I'm pretty late. I was away from home, so I just got home earlier this morning and started reading the chapter right now. I think Blackbeard versus Garp would be a close fight, but Blackbeard is a tricky dude. He'd find a way to win. In terms of plot, Blackbeard will find a way to win, right? He will against everyone. I think if Blackbeard fights Shanks, I think Shanks will definitely be stronger than him when they fight, but Blackbeard will still beat him. He'll find a way, but what I'm saying is I don't think he's necessarily stronger than Garp anymore. I'm not sure. How are you not spoiled? Well, I was spoiled. I was spoiled on this chapter being all about Garp, and people saying Garp is one of the strongest characters now. Garp this, Garp that, blah, blah, blah. But I wasn't spoiled on what actually happened in the chapter, which makes sense now because nothing really happened in the chapter. The biggest thing is the galaxy impact, but it's not a hit on anyone. He's damaging the island. So if Garp had actually like one-shotted someone, like one-shotted Vasco shot, or clashed with Blackbeard, I would have been spoiled. I definitely would have been spoiled. But what would you really spoil on someone here other than Garp showing up? What else can you really say in this chapter? Kuzan showed up, I guess, but he's barely here, so it's not really. It's not really. Even if someone told me Kuzan was in this chapter, after it's not much at all. But there's not really much you can spoil on someone for this chapter. Someone that already knows that Garp is in it. There's not really much you can do. And even if I wasn't spoiled on Garp being in it, I read the titles of the chapters before I read the chapter, so I would have known anyways. Like Shanks last week or 2 weeks ago. Aokiji might be one to face Garp. Aokiji might face Garp, but I still think Aokiji is with the Marines, and he respects Garp, right, a lot. He really respects Garp. My all-time top 3 is a 3-way between Roger, Garp, and Whitebeard. That's a perfect top 3. I'm assuming you probably have Rocks right after that. I have Garp equal to Roger and above Whitebeard. The disrespect, man, on the world's strongest man. If there is... Okay, I'll be honest. Those 3 guys, Roger, Whitebeard, and Garp, they're all neck and neck. But to me, there's a lot of emphasis on Roger and Whitebeard being equal. And the actual word equal is used many times. Where they say Whitebeard is Roger's only equal. Whitebeard and Roger were equals. The man closest to the Pirate King, whatever. Garp is said to have gone to many close battles with Roger. It's not said that they're equals. So I have Garp clearly the weakest of those 3. Not by a lot. When I say clearly, I don't mean by a lot. I just mean confidently have him as the weakest. Even if it's by a little bit. I can confidently say for me, Garp is the weakest of the 3. And then Whitebeard has to be the strongest of the 3 because he's the world's strongest man. And the portrayal that's gone around Whitebeard and how synonymous his character has been with the word strength. If there's any character that has been synonymous with strength in One Piece and being the strongest, it's Whitebeard. It's 100% Whitebeard. Even just Oda showing us that Roger, during Oden's flashback, he showed us that Roger couldn't even be Pirate King unless he had Whitebeard's help. So not only did Whitebeard not want to be Pirate King, Roger needed Whitebeard to help him be Pirate King, where he had to bow down and ask for Oden. I have old Garp over old Beard. That's crazy to me, but I get it because Whitebeard was sick. But to me, I have old Whitebeard. Old Whitebeard and Shanks is the 2 strongest characters at that time, pre-time skip. Oda knew we could have Old Beard and Garp scrap at Marineford. We couldn't. Exactly, Lambo. Exactly. And now, you know what's crazy, guys? You guys want to know what's crazy? I've been away, so I haven't had a chance to make as many videos as I wanted to make. And now the list of videos I want to make is piling up. But one of the videos I wanted to get out quick, like one of the next 3 or 4 videos I wanted to make, prior to even reading this chapter or even knowing what this chapter was about, was going to be a power scaling video and it was going to be, what would have happened if Garp fought Akainu at Marineford? That was going to be a video I wanted to get out to you guys this month, for sure. Now, I feel like other people might do that too, because that's going to be a discussion now. I'm sure it's already a discussion on like Twitter and Reddit and stuff. Oh, people who were thinking Akainu would have won, which I don't understand how people could think Akainu was going to win if Garp fought him then. But now people are going to be like, Garp would have beat him, I think. Coming off this. It's always hype, right? And recency bias too. A lot of recency bias always goes into One Piece, power scaling. But yeah, Oda knew we couldn't see old Garp and old Whitebeard. They would have destroyed Marineford entirely. Because we already know what Whitebeard can do with his fruit. And Garp, with just his fists and hockey, is doing the same kind of damage. It literally almost looks like he's using the quick fruit. And wait till he fights Blackbeard, who actually has a quick fruit. They're going to destroy this island. But Blackbeard wants to build this island anew and make it his kingdom. So is it going to be kind of like Sabo and a few good men against the Admirals? Sabo and the Revolutionaries against the Admirals? Where the Admirals, quote-unquote, lost because they were defending their territory? But Blackbeard's such a destructive kind of man. He's not really going to care about that. Pranshu, what's up? What's up, bro? Seeing Garp, I am more hyped for Dragon. Yes, 100%. Dragon top 1. Thank you, Monair, for deleting the spam comments. If there's any spam comments, delete them. You're not going to be a mod by spamming, can I be a mod? 100 times plus in a stream. No, that's the easiest way to not ever be a mod. Next time you go back to Egghead, think Oda is gonna blow through it. Probably not. Probably won't be until after the next break though. You don't think we're gonna go back to Egghead until the next break? That'll probably be like towards the end of April. I think we're gonna go back. I'll be honest. I think next chapter might be Egghead, and then the one after that, or the ending of next chapter, we will continue Garp and Blackbeard, or next chapter we continue Garp and Blackbeard into a clash, and then we end it, and then we cut back to Egghead for like the next 3 or 4 chapters. It's between Dragon and Shanks, 100%. Those are the top 2. But I don't think we're gonna get Egghead for like 5, 6, 7, 8 chapters straight. Oda's not doing that anymore. It seems like. You know what? Egghead, for all we know, Egghead might have been created by Oda as a short arc, so that in the middle of the arc, he can put in all this other stuff that he needs to develop the outside world of One Piece, right? Because he's not gonna be able to do that if he's in Elbaf. So maybe Oda's like, I need a short arc that I can put the Straw Hats in, let them sit there for a while and deal with like small issues while I show. So I'll show like 2 chapters of that, and then show 2 chapters of other stuff going on in the world. So that way I can catch up with the other stuff going on in the world instead of off-screening absolutely everything like he always does. No way you have old beard big and... Bro, I used to have old Whitebeard. I used to have the Marineford, the Whitebeard that showed up at Marineford, top 1. And the only reason I don't now is because of Shanks. I think Shanks is... I have old Whitebeard over Prime Kaido. If Kaido showed up to Marineford and had a fair one-on-one with Whitebeard, I think Whitebeard would have killed Kaido. Because Whitebeard was introduced as the world's strongest man. Old Beard is so underrated. He's so underrated. Like, go back and look at how much shit he had to deal with. And how many people. He's getting stabbed from the back by his own people. He's getting attacked by multiple admirals. He's dealing with trying to convince his own crew, his own allies that he's on their side. And he's not actually, like, trying to turn on them. So he's breaking the ice to let them go. He's seeing Oars die. He's trying to save Ace. He's dealing with all this stuff. And then he's fighting Kizaru, Aokiji, Akainu. Everyone. Blackbeard comes in, he's fighting Blackbeard. And he still pretty much beats everyone. Still one-shots Akainu practically. Still one-shots Blackbeard. To this day, no one has been half as impressive from a power scaling perspective than Old Beard. No one. Not even Kaido. No one has shown the feats that Whitebeard showed at Marineford. No one has even come close. To this day, I'm still waiting. Akainu piece is strong in this fan base. 100%. It's crazy, bro. I'm pinning that message. It is crazy the wank that Akainu gets in this fan base. I don't understand. You're not ready for Mihawk's named attack when he casually cut the iceberg tsunami from a huge distance. What's Mihawk's named attack gonna be? Mediocre departure? I'm joking. Semi-mediocre departure. We have a break again after the next chapter. There's only 2 more chapters, I think. Do we really have a break again after the next chapter? We just got back. I think Blackbeard sees Garp and runs. No way he was afraid of Rayleigh but fights Blackbeard. Yeah, you mean no way he was afraid of Rayleigh but fights Garp. Exactly. But I think he might fight Garp because it's a different situation, right? The situation with Rayleigh was that he had to deal with Hancock. He was on their island, their territory. There was Marines. He was the third party. And then after all this shit that was going on, his crewmates were already frozen, and he really needed that to be undone. And then after all that, Rayleigh shows up. And he was already afraid of Hancock if he let her go, let alone Rayleigh. So it was a different situation. Now he has Garp showing up to his island, his territory, where he has his crew with him. He's got Shiryu on deck. He's got Kizaru, Kuzan on deck. He's got Van Ogre on deck, his strongest men, right? And we just saw him. I like how Oda showed us him just talking about his plans with that island. And then Garp comes in and destroys that island. So that gives Blackbeard something to defend so that he can't just run away. I remember your post of Whitebeard having the title when he entered Marineford. He did. Whitebeard had the title when he entered Marineford. Old Beard low diff Blackbeard on his deathbed. Exactly. Is it really a one shot if both of them got up though in nature? No, because Akainu got up after Whitebeard was dead. So Whitebeard got rid of the threat. He literally got rid of the threat, continued doing everything he wanted to do, died, had a whole ass speech, and then died. And then well after that, Akainu comes back. So yeah, he beat him. He didn't kill him. He didn't put him down. He didn't render him no longer useful for the war altogether. But in that direct 1v1, he beat his ass, bro. He beat his ass. By the end of the year, the power scaling side of One Piece fandom going to be broken. It's going to be all over. This is the year for power scaling. 2023 is the year for power scaling. I wish my power scaling videos did better, guys. I really do, because I would make a lot more of them. But apparently you guys want to watch my theory videos. And I don't want to be known as a theory channel, so I gotta slowly back off of them some more. But I want to make I want to make one more theory. I gotta get out quick about what I think Bonnie is gonna do, because I want it to come out before we actually see Bonnie again. Because I already told you guys, if you guys remember, on one of the, what was it? Was it 1074? I think I predicted that I think Jewelry Bonnie is gonna be going after Dragon and the Revolutionary Army, and I have really good reasons for that. I already wrote the script for it, so I want to get that theory or prediction video, whatever you want to call it. I would just call it a prediction video, because it's of more recent events that's probably going to be either debunked or proven right really soon. So that's why I want to get it out quick, because I do think Bonnie is going to be going after Dragon, and that's going to be just more added to the battle royal that Oda was talking about. What's up, Xavier? You all make good points. Old Beard is underrated. Old Beard is underrated, bro. I'm telling you. Reread Marineford. I've seen people say Mihawk will have demonic departure. That's more of a Zoro thing. I don't really get demonic energy from Mihawk. I get like casual energy from him. I get what you're saying, but Kaido's feats and Advanced Conquerors Haki is far better than Old Beard. But you can't. I don't want to get into a Haki debate with post-time skip and pre-time skip, because pre-time skip Haki wasn't really a thing. So I'm sure if Oda were to redo Marineford now, we would see Advanced Conquerors Haki just spammed from everyone there. Not even just Whitebeard. From Garp, from Sengoku, from maybe an Admiral, from Mihawk, from Shanks when he came in. It would have been spammed like crazy. So even probably Ace. So I don't really want to get into a Haki debate. But in terms of like, people like to talk about Kaido's endurance, right? Kaido was enduring a lot of stuff from rookies. Whitebeard was enduring stuff from 3 admirals, from a future Yonko in Blackbeard, from 100,000 of the Navy's best men, from their giants, their vice admirals, from his own men like Squirtle. He was enduring stuff from real people. Like, people want to talk about Kaido endured this, he endured that, he tanked he fought like the scabbards on the roof for how many chapters. All of that is nothing compared to just one punch from Akainu that leaves if Kaido were to take 2 punches from Akainu, he would be dead. He would be dead. As good as his durability is, I don't think, and I'm not saying Akainu beats Kaido or kills Kaido, because I don't think he's getting those 2 punches in. Kaido was very lenient with the Supernova, where he was letting them do stuff. So we never really got to see Kaido's dodging abilities, his speed, his defense, his reaction speed. But if he just straight up puts his hands up and eats those same attacks from Akainu that Whitebeard had, he's dying even faster than Whitebeard is. That's what I'm trying to say. Will Garp make it out alive with sword? As I've been saying the entire time, I think Garp is going to come in, take Kobe, and leave. I think Law is the one in trouble. I don't think Garp is the one in trouble, and I damn sure don't think Kobe. If there's anyone that is not in trouble, it's Kobe. Just like for his character and where his character should roughly go in the story, he's not gonna be in trouble, guys. Kobe's endgame stuff. Kobe's gonna be an admiral. Law is the one that's in trouble. I don't know why people think it's Garp. I'm a Akainu hyper, but I don't go overboard. I think he's top 3 active characters right now, especially after the Aokiji fight. That's fair. Even if I disagree, that's fair. I have him at I have him at 6, including Kaido and Big Mom. So if you take away Kaido, well, I have him above Big Mom anyways. But if you take away Kaido, then Akainu is technically in my top 5. Yeah, I get that. But let me read more recent ones. I get that. But Old Beard got a heart attack trying to use Haki. If you go down the list of Whitebeard's titles, Yonko falls behind being Roger's equal and the world's strongest man, Pirate. The Yonko's hype comes from Whitebeard and Shanks. We need to respect him. Thank you. John just put it perfectly. A lot of these Yonko get their hype off the Yonko title. Whitebeard is the one that made that Yonko title what it is, because we already, before we even knew what Yonko were, or like before we really got to like see who the Yonko were and how strong they were, we already had all this other stuff about Whitebeard and how he was the world's strongest man. He was Roger's equal. All this stuff, just like John just said. And then on top of that, we know he's a Yonko. And then we see him in action. And they keep saying, a Yonko's in action on Marineford. And we know they talk about all the other Yonko kind of like that too, right? Like when Shanks was going to visit Whitebeard and then when he visited Kaido. So then we the only reason we hyped up the Yonko prior to seeing their feats, like Kaido and Big Mom, was because of what we saw from Whitebeard. He was literally the standard. Whitebeard was the standard for Yonko. And no Yonko has touched that standard yet. Shanks has in terms of hype and in terms of portrayal. But in terms of feats, no character in the entire story of One Piece comes remotely close to the feats that Whitebeard showed us at Marineford. I would even put Kaido's and Big Mom's feats at like half of what he did. Because they weren't going up against admirals and fleet admirals and future Yonko and commanders. They weren't it was literally called the War of the Best. Wano was a bunch of rookies. Look what happened to those rookies right now. Look what happened to a stronger version of Kid. A stronger version of Law. Law already lost. Like, he got off-screen. He got off-screen by the number one off-screener. Because Blackbeard's chilling right now talking to Kuzan and everyone else. So Law already lost. Real quick. Kid got one-shotted with his whole crew. And these are the guys that Kaido and Big Mom were fighting the entire arc. That were showing off their feats against. So John put it perfectly. The Squirtle stab probably had the worst effect on Whitebeard. Kobe can't improve if he's in prison for the final saga. I don't include Kaido and Big Mom active at the moment. I think Kaido's done. I don't think Kaido has any more role to play in the story at all. But I think Big Mom still has a lot more to go. But yeah, this was a great chapter, guys. It wasn't as good as 1079. I wish we got to see Garp come in and one-shot Vasco shot or one-shot. Because Vasco shot was looking cocky in one of these earlier pages. I don't remember where. So I thought he was going to get one-shotted. Where's the part where Garp... Yeah, here. Garp comes in. No way. I swear he retired, didn't he? Just run away. We need to get off the damn island. It's no good. There's no exit at the plaza. And we see Shiryu doesn't look like... He looks like he's not underestimating Garp. Vasco shot is looking like this guy's about to get from Vasco shot to one shot. Kaido is going up against future Yonko. Plus, I can argue Zoro killed Law to Admiral level. No, Zoro killed... Bro, even I will say this as like the biggest Zoro fan and someone who apparently doesn't give the Admirals the respect they deserve. Zoro, Law, Kid, none of those guys are Admiral level yet. They're almost there. Zoro's almost there. Zoro is almost there. Zoro and Green Bull is probably like an extreme diff fight. Kid and Law, they still have a little bit. They still have no. So Kid and Law are like, I don't know, bro. Now I'm starting to think they're decent ways behind Zoro. Can you please make more power scaling videos, Monair? I love making power scaling videos, but trust me, I do. But like, look at my channel. Look at like the latest power scaling videos I did. So like. This discussion video of Kid, 5.1k views. This theory video, 97,000. Theory, 5.1. Discussion, 988. Power skill. And the last versus video I did, which is one of my favorite things to do, 773 views. And then the one before that, I think it was like Yamato and Law. Now it's at 900 views. It was at like 500, 600. They're clearly the worst performing videos on my channel. And I'm not saying I'm not going to make them. I'm still going to make them, but it's hard to unless I do the versus ones don't do too well. But if I do one like just like this one here, no one is ready for Shanks' true power. Just discussing Shanks' power, or the one where I did why Shanks is the strongest, that was at like 5,000, or Zoro versus Sanji is at 8.5k because it's Zoro versus Sanji. Obviously, I can only do that so many times. Other than that, like the power scaling videos don't do well. I do want to do them, trust me. But I think if I'm going to do them, I'm going to do more so just discussing rather than verses. Because the verses, they don't perform well. Zoro, Kid, Law are not there yet. They could scrap with one, but not. Yeah, they're not there yet. They when I say they're not there yet, I mean like they still lose to every single admiral. Until they can at least beat one admiral, I wouldn't put them at admiral level. I personally have Zoro on admiral level. That's fair. After rereading and thinking, I think Kid still has potential. He actually needed an L like this when you think about it, but we'll see. I really don't know. I don't know. Kid can go anywhere from here. I made the video discussing the 3 things that I think can happen with Kid. The last video I put on my channel. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But those 3 options that I discussed in that video, those are the only 3 ways I can see Kid's character going from here. And the most likely is the second option, like I mentioned in that video. That's what I think is the most likely. Or the third actually, where he's just like done. It all depends on is Oda gonna try and like rush through the story at this point and drop anyone that's not really that important? Can he do How Strong Is X character? Yeah. It depends who I do though, right? Like I did How Strong Is Sabo, and it did alright. I wouldn't say it did bad, 941, but I did How Strong Is Zoro and it got 1.6k, and that was 2 months ago. So that was probably at like 800 subscribers at the time. I want to say maybe 1,000 subs. No, I had less than 1,000 subs when I posted this video. So probably like 900 subs, and I had 1.6k views. That's good. Yeah, I'll probably do more of those because I definitely want to do. I've been meaning to do a Sanji power scaling video ever since that chapter dropped where he tanked that punch from S Shark. There's been so many videos I've been meaning to do. I just got to get the time back. I got to finish some stuff that I'm doing right now with work, and so I can get my time back to make these videos because I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. A lot of stuff. That Bonnie video I want to make, Sanji video I want to make. I want to discuss some stuff with Shanks. Man, I would have made like 4 different videos on 1079 alone if I had the time. Law is probably the closest to Admiral because he is an overpowered Devil Fruit, but yeah, they struggle too much. I think Law is the furthest. I think Law is weaker than Kid and Zoro. I think Zoro is the strongest. And like we see right now with Garp, like we saw with Shanks last chapter, like we saw in Wano. To hang with the best, to hang with Admirals, to hang with Yonko, to hang with the best of the best, Devil Fruit is not going to cut it. Devil Fruit Awakening is not going to cut it. Law said it himself. The words came from Law's mouth, one of the most Devil Fruit reliant characters. He said, after that fight, I realized that you need Haki. And he used his Haki against Blackbeard, right? It wasn't enough. He lost. Shanks one-shotted Kid and his whole crew with Haki. They fell foam at the mouth because of Haki. Killer because of Haki. Kid because of Haki. And they didn't have any. What was he doing? He was hyping up his big gun that was a Devil Fruit. Yes, it has a lot of destructive capabilities. That's why Shanks was sweating, because he was afraid of his alliance members dying, his very weak alliance members. But where's the speed? Where's the blitzing? Where's the reaction time? Where's the effectiveness, the efficiency of it? There's none of that without Haki. And that's what we're going to see when we see Garp versus Blackbeard. We're going to see Garp whoop his ass. I'm telling you, we're going to see Garp whoop Blackbeard's ass because of Haki. And I'm not saying Blackbeard loses. No, I'm just saying the actual things that we're going to see on screen is going to be Garp whooping his ass. Zoro is so slept on, bro. He's so slept on. People think he can't use Advanced Conqueror's Haki at will. Remember Advanced Conqueror's Haki, Zoro, basically 2-shot king. Even before he had Advanced Conqueror's Haki, look what he did to Kaido. Kobe can stand side by side by strength with the top dogs if he can beat Green Bull, but he won't fight with Fuji. I don't think Kobe's even close to that level. I think Kobe's like, he's probably weaker than like Killer and Jinbei and those guys right now. After the Sanji power scaling video, can you do a Boa video? I want to understand why you have her on Admiral level. You want to know why I have Boa on Admiral level? That's a good question. That's a very good question, actually. I know why, but it's a lot of points. I might make a Boa video, actually. I might make a Boa video. You know what, Monir? I might just do that. I have Boa similar to Sanji in terms of Haki and fighting ability. Oh, I have Boa well above Sanji. I have Boa well above Zoro. Not well above, but I have Boa above Zoro. I think I had like Zoro. I had like I had Zoro I had Kid at 24. I had Law at 24. Kid at 23. Yamato at 22. Zoro at 21. Green Bull at 20. Being, in my opinion, much weaker than the rest of the Admirals. And then 19 I had Boa, 18 I had Crocodile, 17 I had Marco. I know that's crazy to a lot of people, but I have my reason. I have my reasonings. Actually, if you want like just a quick reasonings on why I have Boa at that level, just watch my top 30 here. Watch my top 30 more, because as I'm on Boa, I'm discussing why I have her there, right? And it's not like it's a rundown version because it's a top 30. I got to talk about 30 characters, hence why I took 2 parts. But I do go over a lot of the basic reasons why I think Boa is at that level. So go ahead and watch that video. Star Knight Rixia, what is up? Garp's Fist of Love. He cares so much about Kobe. I love how he's like, and more importantly than he's the future of the Marines, and more importantly than that, he's my pupil, or he's my protege. I love that. No problem, Monera. No problem, bro. I'll probably make that video. I just give it like 2 more weeks, and my schedule will allow me to be more consistent on YouTube again. Boa versus Sanji is the biggest mismatch in the series, to be honest. 100%. Boa probably has Rio, considering the Kuja are known to be Haki experts. I think Boa might have advanced Conqueror's Haki. I wouldn't bet everything on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did. Luffy mentions Garp's Fist of Love as a kid, probably how Garp access. Luffy mentions Garp's Fist of Love as a kid, probably how Garp access. Right? Why Crocoboy? Why do I have Crocodile above Green Bull? Like, why do I have Crocodile? I have him above Hancock too. I have him at like 18 because of portrayal. Because of portrayal and narrative, and the way he left off pre-time skip, saying he's going to come back a whole new man into post-time skip. And we know his backstory. He's already fought Yonko, so he knows what it takes. He's no longer delusional, at least. That's the thing about Crocodile, is he fought a Yonko. He fought the world's strongest man and lost. Stuff like that is priceless, because now you have either 2 options. Because you're hit with reality. You can no longer lie to yourself. So you're either done, or if you dare say you're going to come back, which he did. At first he was done. In Alabasta, he was a man with a lost dream. But now that he came back and he knows what it takes, he has to be able to hang with the strongest people. He has to be able to go toe-to-toe with admirals, bare minimum. Because he's experienced Whitebeard, right? Not like that, pause. But you know what I mean. He's experienced fighting with Whitebeard. So he knows what it takes. And he's decided to come back. And Oda saved him for so long. And we know Oda was saving him for something big, which is why I love cross skill. So I power skill a lot based on narrative too. Not just, I don't power feats is probably the least important to me. It's portrayal and narrative, and then feats. I watched the top 30, but can you go in detail on all the pirates that you actually have on Admiral level and why you have them there? The pirates that I have on Admiral level would be all of Shanks's commanders, with Beckman being above every admiral except for the fleet admiral. So all of Shanks's commanders, so that's 3 commanders, Marco, Crocodile, and Boa. That's about it. Those 6 pirates I would say are admiral level. Zoro is the next closest thing. I think Zoro is branching a little bit off from like Yamato, Law, and Kid, especially Law and Kid. I think he's almost getting clear of them now, especially after 1079. I think Zoro. It's a different game with Haki, man. It's a different game of Haki. I'm not saying he wouldn't get one-shotted by Shanks, but at least Zoro understands the Haki that's needed now. So Zoro is the next closest thing. But again, Lucky Root, Yasob, Ben Beckman, Marco, Boa Hancock, Crocodile, Admiral level, in my opinion. I will still keep Crocodile at Doflamingo level. I think he's much stronger than Doflamingo now. But if Doflamingo is to return, he's going to get that buff too, right? Garp Fist of Love. It was foreshadowed, and we see it in 1080. Probably helps scale his Haki. And sorry I keep clicking the send button. Mess up my messages. Oh, you mean his Fist of Love for like his love for Kobe? I get so much flack for how I value portrayal and power scaling. It's definitely more important than feats. Portrayal is everything in power scaling, man. Otherwise, people would have seen Marineford and would have been like, the admirals are stronger than Shanks because they have all these feats at Marineford, and Shanks doesn't. But Shanks comes to Marineford, and game's over. Everyone stops playing. Everyone stops. Everybody listens to him and stops. Akainu throws a punch at Kobe. Akainu was so determined the entire war to kill Luffy and Ace. He kept saying it nonstop. From the moment Luffy landed, he said, Dragon Sun is not leaving here. No matter what, Jinbei, no matter what you want to do, I don't care. Dragon Sun is not leaving here alive. Kobe comes in his way. He says, get out of here. The Whitebeard commanders were coming his way. He said, get out of here. All these people were coming his way. He said, get out of here. Shanks comes and blocks his attack. That's it. That's it. Time to go home. So, does Shanks have any feats at that point in time? He has 0 feats. But how can you ignore what Oda just showed us and the implications of that and the level of strength and respect that Shanks has in the world without even needing to see it? And that's why a lot of people were, I don't understand why people were surprised from 1079. That's why I wasn't surprised at all. That's why I called it. I literally called it. What about Sabo? Do you also have him at Admiral level? Oh, yeah. Sabo. Sabo and the Old Man Trio. I forgot about Sabo. Sabo, Old Garp, Old Rayleigh, Old Sengoku. Doflamingo and Weevil probably going to come out of Impel Down with 2 billion bounties. Dofi, yes. Weevil, I have no predictions for Weevil. I don't know where his character can go. Teddy HI, what's up, bro? Crocodile is one of the most slept on characters. Agreed. If he lost to Luffy, excuse me. If he lost to Luffy pre-time skip, since then Oda goes out of his way in Marineford to show him going toe-to-toe with Doflamingo, Mihawk, and Akainu. Pinning that comment right there because... How do I pin? Oh, okay. Pinning that comment. Because that right there is 100% pure facts. And that's why I respect Crocodile. Is because of Marineford. Marineford was Oda's way of redeeming Crocodile and showing us, hey, Luffy has to win at all costs, even though he lost twice, which he really does. Oda has only made Luffy lose twice to someone, twice, before winning. With Crocodile and with Kaido. So that tells you a lot right there. And then he brings him back for Marineford, and he makes him hang with Mihawk, Doflamingo, Sengoku, Akainu. Well, not Sengoku, but like just the way he's even talking to these guys. Like, look, I'm in a bad mood today. I don't have time. Get out of my face, Mihawk. And like Doflamingo is like, do you want to die today? Do you want to die? Do you want to die? Let's get out of my face, right? Like, he's so nonchalant about it. And again, it's important to mention that this is a character that really knows, because it's not like a Bellamy saying these things, or like a Luffy prior to Wano. This is a character who really understands, who experienced the loss at the hands of the world's strongest man. So he understands how strong Mihawk is. He understands how strong Akainu, how strong these guys really are, because he's already fought the best of the best and lost and had his dreams crushed. And he still went after these guys, went after Whitebeard even. So Crocodile is like, his portrayal at Marineford was up there. It was. The only thing I would say is when he was with the commanders and they were all fighting Akainu, it was kind of like they should have been able to deal with Akainu quickly. But I know that was just like a clash. Shanks probably awakened Kid's Haki by hitting him, kind of like how Wing from Hunter x Hunter awakened Gon and Killua's Haki by hitting them. I'll be honest, I haven't consumed any Hunter x Hunter content since 2016, and I haven't ever read the manga. I just watched and caught up to the anime, and I don't remember a Wing. I remember Kite, but I don't remember a Wing. And I'm assuming you mean Nen, because there's no Haki in Hunter x Hunter. Kid will come back. He is a conqueror. He will go straight for the One Piece. Law has no choice but to use Haki. Dofi versus Crocodile. Damn, tough choice to choose between the two. Crocodile, always. Even in Marineford, I was saying Crocodile. Dofi has so much potential because he's a conqueror. It would make sense for Crocodile to be 1-2. So maybe he used Conqueror against... Maybe he can use Conquerors against after CR. Dofi did have a lot of potential. I'm not going to lie. Dofi had so much potential. And he lived up to the potential. He lived up to all that potential. It's not like he didn't. Cross Guild, since he mentioned he lost his dream in Alabasta. And yeah, Nen. Yeah. You know what, actually? I don't know. Doflamingo and Crocodile are pretty close. I still think so. I just think that until Doflamingo comes back, he's kind of stuck where he was, right? We can't really upskill him, knowing that he got knocked down by Luffy and was immediately apprehended and put in prison. So he didn't get any stronger from that King Kong punch. So that's the last Doflamingo we can power skill off of. At least if he breaks out of prison and then we just don't see him anymore, then we can assume he's making moves. He's doing things, right? Like Crocodile, the whole time I was saying, like, this guy's doing things. He's not just sitting there. The last time we saw him pre-time skip, he was sitting there reading the newspaper after the war with Mr. One, and he's like, it's time for us to make a move. Kid is dead, people. Get over it. I will say this. Don't, guys, rest all of your hopes with Kid. Put them to rest. Just if you have any expectations, big hopes for Kid, it's best you put them to rest now because, and I'm not even a Kid hater. I'm not. I really like Kid, or liked Kid, prior to his character just failing completely in Wano. But I was still on even though I didn't like his character after Wano, I really wanted to see him do better. I wanted to see him redeem himself more than anything. I'm really passionate about Kid's character because I really liked Kid's character prior to Wano, and I really wanted him to come back after Wano and redeem his character. But after Shanks now, I'm just like, well, even before Shanks, when I saw him going to Elbaf, I was like, that's it. That's it for Kid. If he's going to Elbaf, there's only one thing that can happen from here. And we already saw Blackbeard versus Law. So we already knew Shanks was being set up to fight Kid, and that's only going to end one way. Just like I said, too, I said Blackbeard already beat Law. We're not even going to see it. He's already beat him. Look, he's just chilling right now with his page unresponsive. Hold on, guys. I'm getting a glitch. King and Katakuri are bigger than Kid and Law. I don't know if I'll go that far, Ringo. I don't know if I'll go that far. But it's a discussion to be had. I was rooting for Doflamingo back in Dressrosa. That 16 holy bullets. I'm not putting them to rest, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Don't get your hopes up. Don't set yourself up for disappointment. I'm not saying put them to rest as in don't think it's going to happen. But just don't expect it to happen. Kid getting no characterization made me think Wano just wasn't his arc. He really was only there by chance. I think Wano was Kid and Law's final thing. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like you can't have all of these characters like Kobe, Kid, Law, Sabo, Luffy, and all the Straw Hats, Zoro and Sanji too. All of these characters can't have their big final moment in the series as good guys and as young up and comers be in the final war. Right? They can't all have their big moment there. And we're already in the end game. So some of them already have to have had their big moments and they can slowly kind of leave the story now. Kind of start walking backwards and get out of the main picture. And Kid and Law have done that. Kid and Law defeating Big Mom was their big moment. Both of them. There's nothing huge. Like there's no big W left for either of those two characters in my opinion. That's it. Now what's going to happen, now that we're entering the final saga with the other Yonko, is their big win is going to be used to hype up the other Yonko, like Shanks. So now people are like, yo, Kaido and Big Mom are struggling all that to do damage to these guys that Shanks one-shotted and Blackbeard off-screened casually. That's just the way I see the story going. But guys, thank you guys for joining me for this live stream, 1080. I know it was late, but we got to read the Viz, the official translation. We got to see Monkey D. Warp in action. One of my favorite characters in One Piece. I love this guy. It's gonna open up a lot of power skill and discussions. I'm sure now that I can go back on Twitter, now that I can go on Reddit, now that I can go on YouTube, let me see what people have been saying about Garp. Are they saying old Garp is the Yonko level now? Are they gonna say he's gonna destroy Blackbeard? I mean, he only really damaged the island. He hasn't damaged anyone, but Galaxy Impact. Divine Departure, and then the next chapter, Galaxy Impact. We're getting named attacks. Maybe next chapter we're going to get Mediocre Departure from Mihawk after all. On Vista. Maybe he does Mediocre Departure on Vista, and Vista half tanks it. And he gets up bleeding. He's like, I wasn't ready for that. And then we get a clash between Mihawk and Vista, and then it gets off screen. And then who knows who wins. Who knows? I mean, we're getting a lot of stuff right now. But jokes aside, guys. Jokes aside. Thank you guys for sticking around with me for 1080. There's no break next week, so... Oh my god. There is a break next week. How did I just see that? Are you kidding me? Wait, no. The Viz says break next week, but sorry, OP scans. So hold on, before I sign off here, guys. Why is OP scans saying break next week, but the Viz is not saying break next week? Am I missing something? Yo, we got Monera from South Africa. We got people from South Africa, from Australia. Shout out to all you guys, man. Shout out to all you guys. I appreciate you guys watching and joining in with me. Does anyone know? Can you guys let me know if there's a break next week or not? Because it's saying on OP scans, it's saying there's a break, but OP scans is not official. Golden Week in Japan, there is a break. That's all I know. Oh, so there is a break. Damn. Okay, well, more time. That gives me time to make more videos then, discussing everything that's been happening lately in One Piece and the theory videos I want to make. Like I said, I want to make that video telling you guys why I think Jewelry Bonnie is going after Monkey D. Dragon right now. I really want to make that video. So let me shout all you guys out. Xavier, Almighty Lambo, Star Knight, Monkey D. Luffy 24, Monera, as always, Ringo, John. Always. I appreciate you guys always showing up. Who else? Boro was here earlier. GR Max was here earlier. Teddy. Who else? I like that it's a good, tight group of people, tight community here. But we're building a solid community. Because I'm a newer channel, but I would much rather have, I don't want to say less views, because thankfully I appreciate I'm getting a lot of views, but I'm getting this. I like to see the same faces in the comment sections of my videos, the same people showing up to watch the videos early on and commenting, the same people showing up to my chapter live reactions. I would rather this than a bigger number of people, but random people showing up every time where it's different people. I like that I know you guys now. I know Almighty Lambo is going to pull up. I know Ringo is 100% going to pull up every time. I know John Phillips is going to pull up. Monera is going to pull up. All you guys are going to pull up, and I appreciate that. That's one of my favorite things about this, is I know I'm building an actual community, an actual support system. I don't like to use the word fan or fan base, because I think it's more of like supporters than fans, but a support system of the same guys coming, showing their faces here. I like that. I like that a lot. So I appreciate all of you guys. And with that, we're going to end. So thank you guys for joining. Stick around. I should have another video for you out later for you guys this week. Like the video if you haven't already. And I will see you guys later this week. Nature Boy